If you're looking for the answers, I still don't have them, but what I do have is a particular set of skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people who mislead, misinform, or misrepresent the sports card industry. So if you don't do that, I'll let it go. But if you do, going to talk about you. Welcome back to another episode of the Sports Card Investigator Show. My name is Andy, and I'm so happy you guys are here. So today we're going to talk about 2025 Topps basketball. I know, quite the big deal, right? And I know I'm going to get lit up for this. Every time I do one like this, they got the guys coming out of the woodwork. Go get them, attack them, go get them. Let the people enjoy things. Don't tell people how to spend their money. Look, I will tell you this. This is one of those hobby moments where either you say it in real time or you just stay silent and then pretend to be shocked in 3 months from now when people are upside down on all the cardboard they bought. And I think you guys know me by now. I am not the silent type. So 2025 Topps basketball, here we go. It is here. Cue the confetti. Cue the buy it now reflex. Cue the guys maxing out on their credit cards at literally any price because it's new and it's basketball. We've seen this dance 100 times before. And the only reason why I'm bothering to even say this out loud is because we're in the middle of the biggest onboarding wave this hobby has seen in a decade. Now, this doesn't matter for guys like us, the lifers who already know this game, but for the people who are walking straight into that wood chipper, we've all watched this before. So before we even start, can someone explain to me the adult logic behind dropping $150, $300, $500? Well, I guess that's an age-old question in our hobby, right? Dropping that kind of money on a hobby or a jumbo the second it hits the secondary market. I mean, if you've splurged and got a box at like whatever it was on the pre-sale market, $190 bucks or whatever it is, I don't know. Fine, I guess. But even then, what scenario makes this a rational move? Are you buying a lottery ticket because you think you're going to get that 1 in 1,000 hit? Are you trying to flip it before reality sets in? Or are you just... And I'm afraid this happens a lot. I guess this is what FOMO. Are you just paying to participate in a day one frenzy because it feels like some kind of weird tradition? Because like I said, unless you're gambling, flipping, doing some kind of FOMO cosplay, there's no sane justification for paying secondary site premiums for this stuff. And that is exactly why this has to be said, whether you guys like it or not. And it brings me back to this product that everyone is sprinting towards like it's the last life raft on the Titanic. It's actually the opposite. Topps basketball's back, baby. And instead of pacing the release, Fanatics drove this tanker truck of cardboard into the market and called it a debut. From what I'm seeing online, early estimates, even if they're not really accurate or they're off by a bit, it puts it at the same tier as 2025's Topps Series 1 baseball. This is not what you call a return product. It's a flagship scale flood. We're like at junk wax levels on day one. Oh, Andy, don't be silly. There's no such thing as junk wax. Let me explain something to you guys. We did never escape junk wax. We just serialized it. The only difference now is you could dump this stuff on eBay in 12 minutes instead of having it sit in your basement for 12 years, which I can attest to. And the hobby, the same hobby swears that we've learned from that junk wax era, instantly reenacted the same mistake. The same people who were burning Panini at the stake for overprinting hoops are now applauding when Fanatics runs the same play at double speed, right? Hobby, Jumbo, Blasters, Holiday Tins, Target, Walmart, Fanatics, Black Friday, Costco. That's not a release schedule. That's a freaking freight map. I mean, Panini at least put up the mirage or pretended there was a faucet. Fanatics just ripped the handle right off. And I think what also is interesting to me, it's just kind of wild. People are treating this like it's a historic moment. Topps is back, a new era. When in reality, it's just hoops in a different box. Same roll, same massive print run, Same rookie chase hamster, if you know what I mean. Then once the crowd, which is you guys, not you guys, you know who I mean, convinces itself that this is special, then you know what happens. The breakers show up, monetize this delusion. They'll rip it live, but no one watches 3 hours of base and inserts being pulled. The only thing that gets clipped and circulated on socials are the 1% that hits. And that highlight reel then becomes the product. See, what you see from that's not the hobby. That's like this crazy casino reel. The other 99% of the pulls, what I like to call mulch, it gets buried. While guys participating in the break react like a case hit just got pulled from the Ark of the Covenant. I don't know. Remember, breakers don't prove value. They just prove how easy it is to manufacture FOMO with editing and manipulate everybody in the process. And then comes one of the greatest parts, the rookie frenzy, right? The week one rookie frenzy. You know, we didn't never learn anything from Zion or LaMelo, but people line up to pay the absolute peak and then get shocked later. I'll call this the Kyle Guy effect. Go look on eBay at what's sold today, then try not to laugh when you look at those same listings in about a month. These people are not early. They're not outsmarting anyone. They're volunteering to be the first in line to lose. And here's another thing that caught my eye when I'm looking at all this stuff for this video. Here's the comedy section. The affordability conversation. Everybody loves to point the flippers like they're the ones who broke the price structure. Meanwhile, the loudest anti-flipper voices out there are selling this stuff at the exact same numbers. You hear them in one breath say, Topps did the right thing, flippers are ruining it, they're doubling boxes. Then you click on their site and the prices are identical to the flippers they're supposedly exposed. You don't believe me? Watch this.
Topps coming out at $109 for a hobby box for their first release of Topps basketball feels pretty good to me. Jumbo box is $229. They put these last Friday, they put them up for pre-sale on their website. They sold out very quickly within a couple of minutes. They were all sold out, and it appears, maybe not surprisingly, that a lot of people who bought them were flippers. Because the second the pre-sale ended, guess what? Tons of these started getting posted to eBay, and the prices started escalating as people started to go to eBay to buy up more and more boxes. Wouldn't you know it, those $109 hobby boxes, they're now selling on eBay for around $225. We more than doubled the price of those, some even higher. And those $229 jumbo boxes on the pre-sale, they're going to set you back $450. No longer sounds like as good of a price as what we were rolling out the gate with.
All right, so let's do the math. Everyone pretends not to know. He just said it. $109 hobby, $229 jumbo. Flippers are doubling it for $225 hobby, $450 or more for a jumbo. And in the very next breath, those same shops are listing hobbies at $224.99 and $474.99. That's not outrage. That's participation with a microphone. You might be seeing it on the board now. So if doubling is the mortal sin, you don't get to ring it up at the register at the same price while delivering sermons about it. Just own it. I get it. Card shops have to make their market too, and I've checked a lot of online card stores. Cards HQ is far from the only one doing this. They just happen to be run by a major voice of the hobby, but they're all the same inflated numbers. I don't know. What do you think? Allocations are just brutal for these guys? Topps are blasting them on wholesale? Maybe some of them are just clearing a small margin on every box. Fine. But spare us the flippers ruined it morality play when your own inventory is priced exactly like the flippers you're condemning. For God's sake, you don't get to play referee while you're wearing the same jersey. Man. And then we'll continue on down this path like it does in every cycle, probably a few weeks or a month from now. The secondary or third wave of this stuff comes flushing in. It'll hit the street. Listings are going to stack up. Supply is going to outweigh demand. Gravity will walk into the room. And the same people who built this artificial ceiling suddenly act surprised and stunned that it doesn't hold. Well, I hate to break it to you, the market didn't collapse. You were the guys holding it up. We've seen it before, and somehow the hobby is still shocked at the end. They get some crazy ass plot twist. And remember, here's the scary part. This is a paper product with some cool inserts. The baseline, the training wheel, the real mania hasn't even started yet. Just wait till Topps Chrome Basketball hits, the Prism equivalent. This exact cycle is going to replay at twice the volume with half the hesitation, if you know what I mean. People are already floating prices around that hobby's going to be $700 or $800 a box right out of the gate. And it will still sell out in 10 minutes. Because you know why? The hobby has a memory like a goldfish. The second that you see first year on the label, wait, we could talk about that. And if $800 is the starting line, you know where it's going. And it's not going down. It's going to go up, and it's not going to be good. The secondary market is going to shove this stuff into the four-figure territory faster than you can bat an eye. And if this flagship flood already feels bad, then Katie bar the door. Chrome is where thing is going to do. Chrome is where this stuff is going to go nuts. And before the comments roll in, yeah, I know this script, not from most of you. Nah, but the usual suspects whose blood pressure rises anytime someone threatens their margins. As if this video has some kind of weird-ass, strange, supernatural ability to collapse the market. We'll get the classics. We should do a bingo card. Just wait. You're negative. You hate Topps. Let people enjoy things. People can spend their money any way they want. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Save it. The people who say that, they don't have an actual counter argument. The same folks calling this hate will be on eBay in 3 weeks crying when their cards tank, their boxes won't move, and their breaks won't fill. It's not anti-hobby what I'm saying. No. It's just I'm trying to help you guys. Anti-self-inflicted damage. But somehow that makes me the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. You know, my dad always said, if you step on a rake, don't blame the rake. That was your decision. He's a smart guy. So let's stop pretending this is some kind of new era on the market. The market's doing market things. No, there's nothing organic about this. It's staged. Fanatics dumps the product. Breakers pump the FOMO. Retailers and secondary market, they cash in. Boy, do they cash in. And week one buyers walk. Where do they walk? They walk straight off that cliff. It's funny, on socials, I'm watching guys load up on this stuff like they cracked the Da Vinci Code when all they did was max out their credit cards and have to explain to their wife what they bought it on. They're getting slaughtered in real time and then still high-fiving like it's some sort of a weird win. You've seen it, right? Hey guys, just bought a Dumbo. Dumbo. That's what it should be, right? It should be not a Jumbo, it should be a Dumbo. I just bought a Jumbo. I'll post my hits below. They should start playing taps underneath, you know, as they're showing these hits that are worthless as worthless can be. With all that said, do what you guys want. If you want to buy cases of this stuff and rip it till your box cutter won't cut anymore, go nuts. Free will, as I always say. If you want to, you know what though, if you want to buy a box and rip it with your kids or have a rip night with your friends, that's probably the only version of this that ages well. But if you're doing it or you're going to buy it at all, wait till the second wave hits. Don't buy it at the peak and line up with these volunteers to be first loser. And one last thing before I go, since I'm on a roll. These guys still going to Target at 7 a.m. to flip blasters for a $10 profit. Yes, they're out there. They're still out there. I see them on social, you know, bringing kids, bringing props. They're out there sneaking around like raccoons in hoodies. So congratulations to all you guys. You're not an investor. You're a middleman in sweatpants. You're the mosquitoes of the hobby, right? You're annoying. You don't build on anything. You just buzz around, land on people around their ears, and you just suck. That's all right. Mosquitoes. That's what we'll call them, mosquitoes. All right, that's it. Ran over. That was fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. And that'll be all until at least the next product gives us reason to repeat this exact same video in 30 days, because you know it will. So that's all I got for today. If you like what you see, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you don't like what you see, hit it anyway. You never know what I'm going to say, and you certainly wouldn't want a chance to miss out and do your thing. So, that's all I got. Take care.